were talking about speed, I was like, what the hell is speed? I don't know what speed is. I mean, I know the drug back in the day, speed, but speed apparently is a streamer. Our guy Giannis was on his show, and he had this to say about his future. Take a listen.
LA, the tax is bad. New York, tax is bad.
Yeah.
Hell no.
A lot of people tried to convince me to go and play there and stuff.
Oh, no.
No.
So you staying in Milwaukee?
Probably. We'll see. Probably. I love Milwaukee.
Chewy, I hate it. I hate it because, one, I don't know who the streamer is, so I immediately was like, I'm so out of the loop, right? So that I had to confront that reality first and foremost. And then I hated that he was asked point blank, so you're staying in Milwaukee. And Giannis says, probably. You know what probably is? Probably is what I say to my kids when I don't really want to do something and I haven't made a decision yet, but probably, maybe, possibly, right? All of those variations. Is Giannis still trying to leverage something? Is he still trying to use his power, use his influence, use his platform to force the Bucks to do more? Is that what probably is? Because that's how I read it.
No, I think he likes the spotlight. That's what I think. I think he just likes it. You know? He's kind of the guy. He's the hot thing this offseason. Probably the most talked about in NBA circles, and I think he kind of likes it, which is fine. You know, it's what I equate it to is, I'll go back to my fourth year in the league where I hit it right. I mean, I sucked until my fourth year and then made the Pro Bowl and was a free agent. You don't really want to leave. I had no intentions of leaving, but it's nice to be wanted. You know? I mean, it would be nice. Let's go to Pittsburgh and see what that's like and just have people fawn all over you. I think there's a little bit of that, and I don't have a problem with it whatsoever because I'm still at 99%. So that doesn't bother me because it is kind of fun, you know? But he has no intentions of leaving.
Yeah, and I agree with that. That's where I come down on this as well. I don't think he really is going to leave, wants to leave. But when you're asked point blank, unless he still hasn't made a definitive decision, this whole thing to me is like, just end the drama already. End the speculation already. End the conversation. To your point, maybe he does enjoy the inquiries. Maybe he does enjoy being on the receiving end of, hey, come be on my 37 million follower stream. Like, that's kind of flattering, if I'm being honest. But I didn't like probably will see I love Milwaukee. I just want him to say yes. You know, I obviously want to compete for championships. The team has made the moves that I think put us in that position. I'm excited about the upcoming season. You know, because to me, this feels like that response sort of allows it to drag on a little bit more. Joshy, where do you stand on this? Did you read it like I did, or did you think he was mostly giving his commitment to Milwaukee?
I thought, and confirming my priors here, but it means to me that he was closer to leaving, and what John Horst and company were able to do with waiving and stretching and then acquiring Miles Turner and bringing some of those guys in or back, that pushed him over the edge of, yeah, I should probably stay here. This is probably the best spot for me for now. To me, it makes it seem like this was a real maybe or maybe not returning to Milwaukee. I do think he inevitably will be back, but I think it's closer than ever, and it's a constant battle for John Horst to figure out how they're going to keep this team competitive to keep Giannis in Milwaukee.
Yeah, would it be fair to... Oh, go ahead, Jim.
Next year's the big year, though, right? Because then he's eligible for the extension, right?
I mean, every year is a big year with Giannis because contracts only matter so much in the NBA. Like, yeah, you have him and he can force his way out or demand a trade, but any sort of extension, and he'll probably try and seek it from the Bucks because that's where you get the most money, is staying where you originally were. But to me, it doesn't matter a lot to these guys what their contracts say. They want to be
especially a
somewhat
guy of Giannis's caliber,
Correct.
right? Especially a guy that's at that level.
Yeah,
Like you said, if he were to walk into their office and say, I want a trade, that sort of makes everything else null and void. Here's what I'm wondering, guys. Should I interpret, as a Bucks fan, probably will see I love Milwaukee as we're close, you're getting warmer, John Horst and company, but we're not there yet. Is this Giannis still saying, you got to go out and make that move for a one? You got to go out and make that move for a point guard. You got to go out and make that move for whatever Giannis thinks that they need. Obviously, they're trying to surround him with shooters. Is that what he's saying? Like, okay, we pulled the trigger. We made some things happen. It's been impressive how aggressive y'all have been and creative you have been, but I still want more.
I mean, they can only do so much because they only have so much money and there's so many guys out there. But can we all agree he's not finishing his career in Milwaukee? He's not.
I don't know, Chew.
No, he's not.
Well, let me ask you this: if they win a title,
the Dame Lillard stretching it out is it's going to hamper. It's going to $20 million. What does $20 million a year get you as far as a player? A pretty damn good player? Who's a player in the NBA making $20 million? Because that's the issue. They're not going to be able to get him. I don't care if the salary cap goes up, they're still going to be $20 million in the hole. And would you agree that there is a point in time that you should trade him because he's going to lose value? I mean, he's 32. When he's 36, he's still going to be good, but he's not going to be able to dominate.
I'm not as obstinate on that as you are.
No?
I'm not as hard to the hole on that as you are. I think there is a part of the Bucks and even a part of Giannis that thinks he could finish his career in Milwaukee. He could be one of those guys who plays wire to wire with one team. He's talked about other guys in the league who have done that. And so there's a part of me that feels like he kind of aspires to that. His hope is always that the Bucks maintain their competitiveness, that they continue putting rosters on the floor that can compete in the East and can compete for titles. But I guess I'm very curious what our loyal listeners heard when Giannis said that, because there's been a bunch of different interpretations, right? I see it up on the television screens above me occasionally, like Giannis makes a commitment to Milwaukee, or Giannis probably staying in Milwaukee, which is what he said, but it's being interpreted differently. And as someone in Milwaukee, Chew, I guess I just wanted it to be a little clearer. I didn't want there to still be this wishy-washiness of probably will see I love Milwaukee.
Yeah, I don't see it as I just think he's enjoying the ride. But back to his game is not going to age well. Sorry, it's just not. He's not going to be able to do what he does now in 5 years. And he can't shoot. He's not a very good shooter.
Well, his improvement from mid-range would be something that indicates he at least would have some, as he loses the explosiveness, because that was a big improvement recently from Giannis. But yeah, unless he learns how to really shoot a three-pointer.
Because Father Time's undefeated. He wins every time.
You can, as much as they don't look alike, you could compare it to like a Russell Westbrook, where there's still use and there's still value there, even as they slow down or lose a step or lose some of their explosiveness, but it's not the same game. I looked at the names. I think you're going to be surprised by the names that were in the $20 million range.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about the NBA here, which is something in and of itself. The guys around $20 million are Alex Caruso, Josh Hart, Alonzo Ball, Jared Allen, Jacob Poeltl, Malik Monk, Marcus Smart.
Wow.
And those are what kind of players?
Role players.
Role players. Yeah.
On their respective teams.
Just because the guys...
Contributors, no doubt, contributors, but role players.
Yeah. I mean,
not superstars. And again, Josh's point is the money in the NBA is out of control. Yes. Is basically the point that he's trying to make there. Alex Caruso, $20 million. Again, on a championship team.
But he was good at one point in time, wasn't he?
He was very effective for the Thunder.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's not a guy that you get and you necessarily think this is going to totally, like, if you just copy and pasted him to the Bucks, you think they're better and they're improved, but you're not going, well, this puts them as championship.
But there is a part of me, Chew, to your point about the $20 million, the chain around their neck over the next 5 years because of the Dame Lillard wave.
Mm-hmm.
wait, what is it? Wave and
And
stretch.
stretch.
I keep trying to think of what I said when we first did it, the jazzercise move. Wave and stretch. Wave and stretch. Okay. I do, yes, but I also think, like, look at the team-friendly deals that you got a bunch of these guys to sign. They can still incentivize guys to sign for less than maybe the market dictates because you have the opportunity to play with Giannis and compete for a title. And that's very enticing for some of these young players. Now, it won't always work.
No, yeah.
It won't work for everybody, but there is a group of players out there that you can still get to agree to what works for your team's budget because Giannis is there. Again, I don't want to sit here and be like, rake Giannis over the coals. I don't want to sit here and be like, I'm getting fed up with the whole thing because I'm not there. But I didn't love probably will see I love Milwaukee. Again, point blank question, are you staying? It's July 11th, right? Today's the 11th? I don't even know.
Yeah,
what day it is.
today's the 11th.
But I'm ready for the yes. Yeah, we're going to do this thing. We're going to compete for a title. I love what the Bucks front office has done. I love how they've made us more competitive. I love the creativity they've used. I want to be a Milwaukee Buck. We're going to win. Something along those lines instead of the, I don't know, we'll see. I don't know.
Well, how serious was the Knicks deal? They didn't really dive into who was going where or draft picks, right? Didn't Giannis just say the Bucks or the Knicks wanted him? Am I reading?
Yeah, or people were trying to get him to go there. I don't know what that means, if that was people on the internet, if that were people in his circle, if that were people on the Knicks recruiting. I don't know exactly what that means. But he was linked there from the very beginning, like when this all started.
Yeah.
Well, and some of it, I'm sure, goes back to he has said that he loves playing at the Garden, right? And so people are going to pick at information that is confirmation bias, that sort of defends a position that they are holding. And if you want Giannis to go to the Knicks and you hear him say, I love playing at the Garden, you're like, oh, there it is. Boom. That's obviously carries more weight than maybe it does elsewhere. Lots of reaction rolling in on the YouTube stream, which frankly, Joshy, I don't have access today to the talk and text line, the carbless talk and text line. So if you see anything there that you want to bring into the show, please feel free to bring that in. But No Nothing Jon Snow says, thank God the Bucks won it all in 21 or he'd likely already be gone. Chances he stays his entire career are greater than leaving. And I like that for our Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Infinity Exteriors poll, Joshy. I like which has greater odds, or which do you think is more likely? Giannis playing his entire career in Milwaukee or eventually leaving? And I'm curious how people interpreted the probably will see I love Milwaukee. Because I just think it could have been a little bit more definitive. And the way I interpret it is if you are still being, I don't know, we'll see, it's because you still want the front office to make another move. You still want them to, play to the whistle sort of thing. And if there are guys out there, if there are moves to still be made, Giannis is still putting pressure on them to make those moves to lock him up, at least for the foreseeable future.
Hey guys, it's Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Thanks for watching our clip. I'm sure it was super informative and educational. I'm just kidding. I love those knuckleheads. And we do it live every Monday through Friday from 7 to 9 a.m. on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. Make sure that you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you get informed anytime we drop new content.